Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions regarding this watch. Today we're discussing a fun piece that offers a lot of value from Sinn of Frankfurt, Germany. This is the Sinn T50 Goldbronze. So the Sinn T50 Goldbronze is part of their smaller T50 collection. So a lot like the U1, it has that same essential aesthetic, but with a much more wearable 41 millimeter size. So it's 41 millimeters in diameter, 12.6 millimeters thick, and then 47.4 millimeters lug-to-lug with a 20 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. What really sets this apart, though, is the unusual hypoallergenic bronze and gold alloy. So it is described as gold bronze, but I think it's probably more bronze gold, as by composition, it is roughly 1/8 gold. So it is 125 gold or 12.5% gold. Now, the rest of it is bronze, which means you have a lot of copper in there to add a reddish tinge. And the idea here is that with only the tracest elements of nickel, cadmium, and other metals that can cause an allergic reaction, this is going to patina very slowly and also offer a hypoallergenic experience for those who may, in particular, have a nickel allergy. The case back is titanium for an even greater hypoallergenic experience, and you can see that this model, which was launched in 2023, is a 300-piece limited edition. You're looking at number 140. So the T50 is perfectly sized for those who cannot wear the U-boat-sized U1. This is an easy watch to wear, and you can see that if you're familiar with the standard Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meter. Imagine wearing that on a strap and you roughly have the idea of this. The difference though is this is much thinner. At 12.6 millimeters thick, it will fit underneath a dress cuff or a tight sleeve. So if you put it on something less tactical, this could easily be your dress watch as well. You can see down the barrel, the lugs are nowhere near the edge of my wrist, so I could recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. This over-the-top shot always exaggerates the width of the watch. Taking a look at the strap, it's a lovely sort of olive green textile. It has both military and nautical overtones, as you can imagine this being worn by Marines or naval officers or career sailors, and it looks beautiful in juxtaposition to the gold bronze. We do have an array of materials here. As you can see, the buckle is made of stainless steel. The case back is titanium grade 5, and then we have the gold bronze case. Between the lugs, you can see SUG, which is a case factory affiliated with Sinn. You'll also see SUG on a number of Lange und Söhne cases, as they periodically do make cases, usually precious metal ones, for Lange. Remember, Lange does not make its own cases. The watch features conventional strap tool holes on the lugs because Sinn is still very much utilitarian oriented, and while this is a luxury model, they still know the kind of person drawn to this watch is going to want to swap straps, so this makes that a little bit easier. Everything's media blasted, which is nice because it's a low profile matte finish. It will patina, albeit slowly. You can see some of Sinn's proprietary technologies. One of them is what's called AR, dehumidification. Now, it has nothing to do with argon, not anymore. Today, it's nitrogen. So the case is nitrogen filled at the point where it's assembled. So flushed of air, nitrogen filled so that there's no moisture, dirt, or impurities in the case. And then this copper sulfate capsule, which is replaceable, is screwed into the side. So if any moisture does intrude into the case, this capsule will vacuum it right up and suck it out. And so it starts basically white like you see here, and at the time it needs to be replaced, it'll be a dark blue. So that's what's going on here. A nitrogen fill case and a copper sulfate dehumidifier. Taking a look at the edge of the bezel, you can see these little screws. This is what's known as a captive bezel, meaning it's held on by screws. So it doesn't snap on, and the corollary to that is it can't be snapped off by an impact. So this is the same way Breitling makes its bezels. So Breitling, Sinn, almost no one else. RGM, I think, uses this. Captive bezels are rare because they're more expensive, but they're also tougher, and that really is the Sinn brand. Taking a look at the bezel, you can see super chunky, wonderful feel. The knurling, easy to grip with wet, sweaty, or gloved hands, and just so we can be absolutely sure, 1, it is a 60-click bezel. Now, the dial. We may as well do a loom shot first. huge luminescence, no shortage. And Sinn's smart. They allow you to see the operation indicator, the seconds hand, so you know while diving that your backup dive timer is running. That's important for life support. Now the bezel and the minute hand, they're both blue so you can see them relative to each other and quickly disregard everything else which is immaterial to timing a dive. That's why you have two different colors on this dial. And then you may notice that the dial looks a little bit distressed, and that's by design. So first, PVD is applied. Then burnishing is used to create this war-torn, weathered look. Somehow you have a watch that is in large part gold, and yet at the same time it is oriented towards the everyday carry crowd. Taking a look at the seconds hand, you can see it has been varnished to match the T50 logo on the dial. And yes, 500 meters, this watch is tough stuff. Taking a quick look, we have an off-centered crown. The idea here is that the watch is ambidextrous, so you don't have to worry about the crown digging your wrist regardless of which arm you wear it. Taking a quick look at some of the subsidiary functions, you have hacking seconds, so you can set the watch precisely to a reference timer. And then you also have a quick set so you can rapidly cycle the date. This uses a Sellita SW300 regulated in-house by Sinn. Of course, the SW300 is Sellita's version of the ETA 289282. It has evolved over the years. The movement now has a power reserve of 56 hours. It's still 4 Hz beat rate, it's still 25 joules, but the power reserve at 56 hours is substantially improved over the original SW300 and 2892, which were 42 hours. So you do get a little bit more capability here. And again, these are adjusted in-house by Sinn, and they're delivered in top grade, which is just second from the top underneath chronometers. So if you want to know what's inside it, that is what's inside it. If you love this watch, you want to wear it out to sea, or maybe just out to the club or a restaurant, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.